Hi, my name's Alex from Catalyst, and we build AI systems for small businesses. And last week we spoke about the introduction to AI and the feelings or the hump you might go through towards the critical point. But today I'd like to run through the math problem with AI. So what a lot of people are doing is they have an Excel sheet and they're taking that and they're taking it to, say, Claude or some other, and you're just saying, fix it. You know, there might be some formula or there might be something, we'll keep it easy, but 2 plus 2 equals 4, some formula, and you just give it to Claude and you just say, go fix this, go fix all the formulas. But what you don't understand is that AI is running scripts to read the Excel sheet, and then it's doing scripts to build the new Excel sheet. And essentially what happens is if it's something small like this, it's easily able to do it. But if it's something much bigger, where you have a lot more formulas, a lot more pages, a lot more complexity, it's trying to do it, but what will happen is you'll run into the context problem. And Excel is actually a really bad way to store data. Databases, they exist for a reason, and they are better than Excel for lots of reasons, but they're not very user-friendly. Excel is like a user-friendly way to work with a database with formulas. And what's under the hood on Excel is a language. And while we see the nice little tables and formulas and things, what's really happening under the hood is it has a language similar to HTML, or I forget the exact one, it may just be XCL or something. But this is much longer than this is. So we might see it as some simple series of tables or data, but the language is actually this long, huge list of code. And this will eat up the context. And from our last video, we talked about AI's 70% rule, where its responses are only 70% good. And with math, that is terrible. You know, if you're trying to make business decisions for your company or things like that, and also it will gaslight you where it will have a 70% result and it'll say, yes, this is great. And if you do not check its work, then you will run with this, and hopefully not, but you could make a business decision based on it, and say you run 6 months with that business decision and it turns out to be wrong. And in the fine print of Claude, it has terms in there that say, you know, you should not trust anything AI says. You know, it talks about, I'm not a lawyer. Don't trust me. Don't make business decisions based on me. And if you screw up your business, it's your fault. So, of course, they have good lawyers and protect themselves there. But this is the result. You'll have a 70% result. It'll tell you, yes, you'll go make a decision on that, and it might be wrong. Or it might just not have all the variables in it to account for it. So the real way you should do this is you should set it up where the AI maybe goes and reads the Excel, and it could set up a series of scripts. And what these scripts would be is they would say, okay, you have a formula that's 2 plus 2 equals 4. Okay? Maybe we'll set it up to where these are variables, and it's x plus 2 equals y. Most everyone went through math and is familiar with the variable side, but the result would be you would just be setting these variables. So, and this one would be something you would be finding out, but say the x is 2 and the result of the answer is y is 4, and This to the AI, this is really all you would be telling the AI to go do. So the context is much more simple. This would be a series of scripts or structure. So instead of recreating this every time, like just giving it an Excel file and dumping it in and saying, just go update all these things. You kind of need to break down the Excel into a series of scripts, into a data structure, and then only work on the variables. And then every time it runs, you'll have a new set of hopefully clean data. Then what you should do is you should take this and you should verify against real data. So you need to have like 2 to 3 perfect examples of this or examples of formulas that you want to do, and you would verify it against real data, verify that this script structure works, and then this will be an actual tool that you can use. So just to recap, stop giving the AI large Excel data sheets and expecting it to do the job. Start understanding this 70% variable. That means when you get a response from AI, it's not 100% correct. You're not working with a person. You need to remember that. You're working with an AI robot that's at the same time a genius and an idiot. It doesn't understand the context about you and your business and the things you want to do, and it's just a tool. So a very effective tool when used right. So again, this has been Alex from Catalyst, and next Wednesday I hope to post another video, and I hope you have a good day.